Undying hope is raising up a generation of leaders to transform the future of South Sudan, in keeping the hope alive, a vision for South Sudan and beyond, to make the world a better place. These visions from God to my brother, given many years ago in South Sudan. Let's keep it alive. Undying hope is standing for leadership. Whoa, standing for love and unity, standing for education, standing for peace. Undying hope is standing for entrepreneurship, standing for truth. Undying hope is standing for leadership. Whoa, standing for love and unity, standing for.
Hello. Welcome to Undying Hope Media. My name is TL Thomas Dull. Today is episode number 5 along the spectrum of our journey on leadership development. So the title today is Leadership and Coercion. In the past, we have done leadership and power, leadership and management. Today is leadership and coercion. Coercion is a specific type of power that is available for leaders to use, and is a little bit different from all the leadership styles or the powers that we talk about in the past. We said leadership is influencing others to achieve a common goal, but coercion is influencing others against their will. So basically, you are using force to affect change. And that makes it a different type of leadership or a different type of power that is available, that leaders use all the time through the use of their titles, the resources, the power that is available to them. Some of the things that make up this coercion power is manipulation. You manipulate people to do certain things, or you threat. You say it, if you don't do this, then this is going to happen to you. Is a form of coercion. Others use punishment. Once you do certain things, then the consequences gonna be this type of punishment or negative reward. You do something good, you get reward. You do something bad, that reward taken away from you. Now, this coercion, it happened in the family. For example, you can tell your child to do specific things. If they don't do it, then they get penalized or time out. That also a form of you using your power as a parent to do something against the will of the children. It happened at work. A boss can tell employees, if you do these certain things, you will get promoted. So now they're using coercion to their power or the title for employees to do something that against their will, but they get something in reward. So here you can see is about self-centeredness, is about self-interest. Or it can be in a community. A community leader can say, okay, in African setting, for example, there's a system that is coming in. And a community leader, they will be like, okay, every family has to pay this amount of money so that they get this assistance that is coming through maybe an organization. Now, what the family get is lower market price than what the organization will bring. So now community leaders, they are using their power to get money for themselves so that families can get assistance. It can happen in a country where maybe leaders can use financial reward or financial assistance for a certain policy to be passed. And is different from all the things that we have studied before. It is not about a common goal. It's not about leader influencing others to achieve a common goal. Now, it is about my interest in it. I'll give you two examples. One is social corruption, what I call social corruption. And the other one is my training on a public defense force. Social corruption is actually worse than financial corruption. Financial corruption is taking money or resources that are for public and use them for your own interests. Social corruption, on the other hand, is different, that now you're using people rather than money. And it can happen by using financial corruption, and then social corruption will come later once you have the money. So social corruption really is, you see a family that is struggling financially. Instead of sending that lady to school, you get married to her because it's so beautiful and so attractive, so that her family can benefit from you. And oftentimes that lady will be so young, maybe 14 years old, 15 years. And I've seen this a lot in South Sudan and other African continent that don't have age limit policy. So what happened here, you just destroy a lady, you get her to home, maybe becoming your wife, or just using her, and oftentimes you just short-circuited the future of that lady instead of sending her to school to benefit. So what have you just done? You have used your title, your resources, your position, your authority to manipulate that family as if you're doing favor for them, but you're actually doing it for yourself. And that is type of coercion as well. Another example is about me personally. When I was in Sudan, before South Sudan became independent, or even before I left for the United States, I was trained for 45 days on a public defense force. And that was a policy, is a government policy, that you cannot go to higher education before getting training. And imagine in a training that we did for 45 days is all about brainwashing. So we were doing all these Islamic chantings, and we were trained on AK-47 in 45 days to dismantle and to put it together and then to shoot. That's all. And the reason behind that is, for us, when we come back, we go to Jihad in South Sudan, like where I'm from, to go and fight. That training is against my will and the will of many others that went there to be trained, because you are forced to. They put a situation where you cannot go to university or higher education without that card that they give you. So now I had to go there for training against my will, even though I don't believe in all the things that I was trained. Now, even in the training, I was the best in March, you know, and I came the second in target in shooting. So I was given it was 25,000 pound that time, and the Quran. So here is coercion. You know, the government used their power to train us against our will, and they want to send us to fight in South Sudan for what was known by Jihad back then. So this type of coercion is used in different ways. It is used in a family, it is used at work, in community, and also country. To recap, we talk about leadership and coercion. I define what coercion is, and also the difference between leadership and power, and leadership and management that involve influencing people to achieve a common goal. And this one here is influencing others against their will. I also gave different type of factors or the things that are used for coercion, like manipulation, threat, punishment, and negative reward. Then I gave two examples. One example on social corruption, and then public defense force, قوات الدفاع الشعبي in Arabic, and that is what I have undergone personally. I hope you gain something today that you can use, whether in a family or at work or community or a country at large. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Thank you so much.
Undying hope is raising up a generation of leaders to transform the future of South Sudan, in keeping the hope alive, a vision for South Sudan and beyond, to make the world a better place. These visions from God to my brother, given many years ago in South Sudan. Let's keep it alive. Undying hope is standing for leadership. Whoa, standing for love and unity, standing for education, standing for peace. Undying hope is standing for entrepreneurship, standing for truth. Undying hope is standing for leadership. Whoa, standing